Bro, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 very simple techniques to help you in your social situations. Now, I got these tips out of a book that I've read recently called How to Talk to Anyone. Bro, I highly recommend that you read this book if you do struggle in social situations. The author actually gives 92 little tricks that you can use in everyday social situations. But for this video, I'm just going to discuss the first 5 techniques. They're very simple yet very effective. Now, the first one, technique number 1, is called the flooding smile. I think we can all agree that first impressions are very important. They play a very important role in how you are perceived by people in life. Now, the flooding smile is crucial when you meet somebody new. And whilst this is a technique that is extremely important for a first impression, you can also use it with people that you already know. Now, this technique is basically just to make sure that you don't flash an immediate smile when you greet someone. Now, this sounds a little bit backwards. It probably goes against, your own thoughts and beliefs about how you should greet and meet people. We've all grown up to believe that you're supposed to smile, you're supposed to give off this warm energy. And yeah, you know what? You are right to think that way, but don't do it straight away. Don't be so quick to show that smile. What you want to do instead is look at the person for a good couple of seconds, bro. Pause, and then show them that smile. Before you give that smile, bro, soak in their persona. You build your way up to it. You smile at the right time. When you delay that smile, what this actually does is give that person the impression that your smile is genuine. It really leads you to coming across as more sincere. And the person that's receiving that smile from you will feel like that smile is just for them. It's a very simple technique, but it works. All that you really have to do for this one is just remember to delay that smile. When you're trying to make that good impression, a smile goes a very long way, but a delayed smile goes even further. Now, technique number 2 is called the sticky eyes. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Basically, you want to make sure your eyes are glued to that person. The person that you're interacting with, give them solid eye contact. And bro, this is even more important for you when it comes to speaking to women. If you can show a woman that you can hold extremely good eye contact, if you can hold her eye contact, it shows that you have confidence. It shows that you're not scared of her. Eye contact is extremely important when it comes to meeting people. Now, the only thing I would say about this is lower the intensity level when it comes to you holding strong eye contact with men, especially if it's somebody that you've only just met. A lot of men can see eye contact as a threat and can feel intimidated from strong eye contact. When it comes to this technique with men, I recommend that you spend about 80% of your time with them holding strong eye contact and the other 20% just looking elsewhere. Unless it's somebody that you know, unless it's somebody that you can hold strong eye contact with, just be careful doing this with other men for a long period of time. Because again, like I said, bro, some men take it the wrong way and some men can see it as intimidation and can feel threatened from strong eye contact. There's still this very primitive monkey part of our brains, bro, and this is what can lead to men feeling that intimidation. It's highly unlikely, but if you were to ever come across a gorilla, you do not look that gorilla in the eyes, especially a male gorilla. And there's a very good reason for this, because they will fuck you up. Now, technique number 3 is tailored towards more of a group setting. And this technique is called Epoxy Eyes. When you're in a group setting and somebody is talking, you're listening to somebody, it's your friend, whoever, a new person that you've just met. Instead of actually watching the person who's speaking, scan the people around you and look at the people that are listening. And especially do this to somebody that you might like or you might want to have a conversation with. Again, what this does is just convey intense confidence, and it shows that you have a lot of interest in that specific person. Again, use this with caution because it can come across as a little bit strange. Don't overdo it. Don't just stare at them for a prolonged period of time. Again, you don't want to make people feel uncomfortable, but if you do this in the right way, you will make that person feel like you really care about their reaction. And that will lead you to coming across in a positive manner. And people should start to gravitate towards you. Now, technique number 4 is a little bit different. This technique is more about posture. The author calls this technique hang by your teeth. It's very simple. Every time that you walk through a doorway, picture something dangling from that door frame, something that you can grip with your teeth, just slightly above your head. And as you walk through that door, just imagine taking a bite out of it. For you to be able to take a bite out of that thing, you would have to have good posture. You would have your head up, your chest up, and your shoulders back. Again, going back to first impressions, bro, your posture is so important. Bro, if you're all hunched over and you've got shit posture, what does that tell the people that are judging you? What does that show the people around you? It shows a lack of confidence. It shows a lack of self-esteem, a lack of self-care, a lack of self-worth, and it really just doesn't give off a good impression. So with that being said, make sure you have good posture so you can come across as more confident. You can look taller, slimmer, and more muscular. You will start to become that person that people will want to gravitate towards. Now, number 5, the last technique is a technique called hello old friend. Now, this technique basically implies that you should aim to treat new people as if they are a very old friend. Think about it, bro. When you act like you like somebody, you will actually like them more. Just imagine you had a best friend that you hadn't seen in years, bro. You moved away or they moved away and you couldn't contact them, but you were extremely close. And when you finally got to see them again after years of being away, how would you react? Imagine the energy you would bring. Imagine the interaction that you would have with that person. If you meet somebody new and subconsciously you have that feeling that you're speaking to an old friend, that you're about to have a conversation with somebody that you've not spoke to in years, the effect that that can have on your body language and just your overall energy towards that person is extremely positive. It's almost like you're tricking yourself into believing that this person is an extremely important person in your life. And when you treat somebody new as an extremely important person in your life, how do you think that would make that person feel about you? Now, obviously, these techniques are going to be extremely helpful, but if you don't actually put yourself in social situations to begin with, there's no point in you learning these techniques. And again, whilst these techniques can be extremely helpful, one of the best ways for you to interact socially with people is to just be present. Be present in the moment. Be present in that conversation. I know this is actually quite difficult for a lot of us, bro, in today's society. Because of phones, because of social media, because of TikTok, all this shit, bro, we lose that presence. I've definitely found it difficult at times to have conversations with people, bro, because either I'm not present or they're not present. I'm thinking about something completely different whilst I'm supposed to be having a conversation with somebody, and it just doesn't lead to a good conversation. You seem like you have a lack of interest, which ultimately leads that person that you're having a conversation with to feeling resentment towards you. So if you can, just remember these techniques before you're about to go into a social interaction. And again, it doesn't have to be somebody that you don't know. It can be people that you already know. You can use these techniques on people that you already have relationships with. I'm gonna leave that one there, bro. Watch this video to help you on your self-improvement journey. Like this video, drop a comment, share it, and most importantly, subscribe to join a brotherhood of young men leveling up in life.